hold it for 3 minutes. So pick it up, bring it back, let the person have it for maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Just rub it, kind of pray on it, put your good energy on it, and then bring it back up to the table. Okay, so the word Katie, or maybe Kate, or Katie, maybe it's Catherine, maybe that's a short version of that.
Caitlin, maybe?
Caitlin. And is that your name or someone you know?
My grandfather's.
A granddaughter. What's your first name?
Shirley.
Shirley. Okay, there's someone in spirit coming to you, and once again, we're at an A. I think all of our people raising have had A. A like apple, A like Adam, and they're saying that, I think they would be in your family tree. So maybe you don't have the same name as them, maybe you got married or whatever, I don't know, but they're just saying there's a family tree, and they're part of your family tree, and they have an A. And they're showing me too nature, like land and trees and nature. And can you think of anybody that might be?
My father's name was Acot.
Okay, I think they're up from him. So like maybe it would be a grandfather or a grandmother. So I think it's not one level up from you, but like 2 or 3 levels up from you. And I'm getting the feeling that these are tribal people, whatever. Like maybe they really lived in the country. Maybe they were on Native American land. Maybe something about them seems very, country,
yes,
tribal, whatever.
Yes.
And so there's 2 of these people that have an A, and they're somehow connected to you, older, and they're talking to you about connecting or being connected with old ways. They're saying that, life is so modern, like everything is new, you do this and it's new, and this and it's new, and this and it's new. And they're saying, we want to remind you that you can feel God under the stars. And I want to remind you that, you can feel your ancestors, your loved ones, feel these people surround you if you just give it time and opportunity. And it's not always in a house. Sometimes it's in the yard or the backyard or taking a walk. And they're saying they want you to remember the connection with the land and remember the connection with like Great Spirit. And that's all out there. That's all around you. And okay, then someone is circling Father's Day, and then I see my Uncle Bill. So do you have an Uncle Bill or a father with a B?
No, my father's name was Bill.
You got a Bill, okay. He's saying that he's sending extra love and prayers to the family, so I guess you, your kids, whatever, extra love and prayers to the family, and then to this Katie. And he's saying that there's some turmoil around her somehow. Maybe in her home or her school or whatever. There's some turmoil around her, and that heaven is sending extra energy. Heaven is sending extra peace, extra blessings, just good kind of inner peace to her. And he's saying just like we pray up to heaven, they kind of pray down and send good energy down. And he's surrounding her with good energy. And he says, you continue the prayers too. You continue the prayers too, this good energy. And he says he wants you to tell, I think it would be your daughter, tell a girl on the earth plane, tell a female on the earth plane to slow down, that decisions don't have to all be made right now today. That it's okay to just think, or it's okay to just, I'm going to give it 30 days. It's okay to take a step away from pressure or turmoil or whatever it might be, and just kind of get some distance to it all. And he's saying, remind her that there's no hurry, that to kind of just slow it down and breathe and be, and then better choices will be made. Remind her that when we are pressured or in a hurry or whatever, sometimes we make not the best choice. And he's saying, remind her to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down.
Okay.
Well, I see a dog. Remember, we had some dogs in here a while ago, and I'm a dog lover. So I see a dog, so maybe a dog in spirit, or, maybe that means something. Then the next thing I see is McDonald's drive-through.
It's me.
And then I see
It's a dog named Mac.
a dog. And then I see a nephew of mine, and his name is Jimmy. You got a Jim or a Jimmy?
Jimmy's in heaven.
Jimmy. Okay, the Jimmy person is somehow connected to the dog, and he's saying thank you for, I guess, loving the dog or taking care of the dog or something, but he's giving gratitude kind of feelings about the dog, and maybe the dog was just kind to him or something, I don't know. Then the next thing he's saying is everybody, he says he wants to remind you that everybody has a different journey to the earth, and they have a different journey from the earth. So like some people, they're born in the car, in the taxi on the way to the hospital, and some people are born with 20 people in the waiting room just anticipating good energy, and some people are born with a husband there, and some people don't have a husband there. So there's all kinds of ways to get to the earth plane, and there's all kinds of ways to leave the earth plane, and it's all different. And he's saying, and don't feel good or bad or sad about any, because they're just different. The next thing he's saying is, he was ready to go to spirit. Whenever he died, whatever day or night that was, he says that I was ready. And he's saying that he feels like he really misses, maybe it's Matt. He says, I really feel connected to this dog. And just like on the earth plane, like if we're married and one of us goes to spirit, you're still connected. Somehow this person is still connected to that dog and saying, I've still got this love or connection or whatever, and that Matt can see me. And Matt knows I'm there. Like I'm visiting, I come to see him, and he knows I'm there. And he's talking to you about this new year, and he's saying, this is a year to finish things up, that then, okay, so like sometimes we're in brand new beginnings, but sometimes we're almost like in the finishing up before the beginning. And he says, you're in the finishing up before the beginning. So what have you already started, or what have you already got yourself, into, that you need to clear and get done so you can have the new beginning? He says life is kind of, I don't know if we say like stalling, because that might not be the best word, but feeling like, okay, I'm just a little bit, I want to be in my new, I want to be in that brand new beginning, but I've got some things that are kind of holding me. And he's saying this is the year, the first 6 months, to get those things done, to get those things wrapped up so that you can move in that brand new future, move in that new direction.
Just put it in the thing.
Okay, angel is coming in, and the angel is talking to you, the same person, whoever that was. Who are we talking to? The last girl? Whoever
Oh, me?
that- What's your name?
Mary?
Mary?
Uh-huh.
And you knew the person Jim or Jimmy?
I did, he was my husband.
Okay. So an angel is saying they want you to pay attention to animals, because animals do talk to us and they are intuitive. And okay, so maybe the animal walks to the door and comes back, you know, whatever it is, I don't know. But the angels are saying the animals are kind of talking to you. And so pay attention, you know, kind of verbally in your brain. Yeah, I see, you know, I see the bird, or yeah, that's the mailman, or, you know, whatever these things are. And the animals tell us, and they just have an innate sense about people to trust and people not to trust. You know, about, I don't know, we'd say the quality of them, because I don't know if that's the right word, but, so the angel's reminding you to notice, to just notice. Sometimes we think, oh, they're just being crazy, you know, oh, they're just out of control or whatever. I want you, and then they could be out of control, but just that take notice, that's interesting. That's interesting they acted like that, or they did that, or whatever it is. And the person Jim or Jimmy, he's showing a question mark, like if I'm reading a book, a question mark. And then, this is an old cartoon. It's an old cartoon about Doug. And he puts a question mark and Doug. And so I would just say, to me, that says, like, I don't know about him. Or I'm not sure about him. Or I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe that's what that is. Question mark, I don't know. And then the word Doug. France, like the country, France. And then hazel eyes, green brown maybe eyes. Anybody know that?
My first name is Hazel and my dad's name is Francis.
Okay, you're a Hazel, I want to come to you. So this person, France or whatever that word is, that person is saying that I don't want you to feel bad about the day I died or the way I died. I don't want you to feel bad about that last day, that last, you know, maybe you October, you didn't come to Christmas or whatever, you know. Saying, I don't want you to feel bad about that last day. He's saying, he just says, like, I understand. So, like, maybe he said, I can't drive there, I can't get there, I don't know. But he's saying, like, I understand. And then he's saying, I had lots of love surrounding me. You know, I had lots of prayers and lots of energy, and so it was okay. I don't want you to have guilt or sadness or bad feelings. Everything is in divine order. Everything that day was in divine order. And then he's showing, like, at the pearly gate, so, you know, when you cross over and you go through the gate in heaven, and he says, oh yes, I had family and friends. So maybe you thought, oh, he doesn't know anybody up there or something like that. But he's saying that he did. He's saying that, yes, you know, I had friends and family and people up there. And then the next word I hear, and I'm not, let me see, I have a friend. Okay, it sounds like Harlow, but I don't really know what that means. Maybe it's a name or something, I don't
My
know.
brother-in-law's name is Harry.
So that person I think is in spirit with me. And then he's saying that something, okay, so the last little bit of his life, whatever that was, he's saying he felt like that he didn't get to finish things up quite with you. And again, maybe he said, well, I didn't go to Christmas, or I didn't call on his birthday, or whatever. And he's saying what I really wanted, or felt like I wanted to finish up, was to tell you that I loved you, was to tell you that I was proud of you. And he says, I didn't get to say that. I didn't get to say that. And he's saying, I want you to know that I don't want you to have bad feelings, and I don't want you to have bad feelings about that last little bit. So maybe you and he had a tiff a year out, you know what I mean, or whatever. But he's just saying, I don't want you to feel bad about that last little bit, because I'm well now, and I want you to be well. I'm sending you good energy, you know, love, just blessings. And so I want you to be well. I want you to be well. There's someone who's kind of just like pushing in, I guess we could say. And anyway, he says he was busy 10 minutes ago, but now he's made it. So like whoever he wanted to talk to, he must have missed it 10 minutes ago, you know what I mean? And so he says, I was busy 10 minutes ago, but I want you to know I made it. I want you to know I made it. And then this is, you know, kind of a weird word. It sounds like skeeter. I mean, you know, that's a weird, I don't even know what that would mean exactly.
That's our dad.
Dad's nickname.
That's your dad, okay. He says, I want you to know I'm here, I want you to know I made it. Donnie and Marie, Norma Jean, Ben Franklin, my Aunt Ann. So does anybody know, I feel like there's several people in spirit. Maybe you have a Donnie or a Marie, or maybe you have an aunt. Maybe you have Norma Jean, a Norma or a Jean.
Norma, Ben, and Marie.
And who's this?
That's Krista.
Krista. Okay, and do you know Brad? Somebody with a B?
Brady?
Braden?
Yeah.
Who's Braden?
Me. I'm sitting back here.
I mean, to Krista. Krista, that's
Just
your,
a friend.
a friend. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna do Krista first, okay. Okay, Krista, that you said Braden is a friend. Do you know Cindy?
Yes,
And who's that to you?
a friend.
A friend. Does Cindy and Braden have any connection?
No.
Okay. So I'm like, well, I don't want to say that if he's in love with her or some shit like that. Dang, you put me here. Okay. All right. So, Krista and somebody named Cindy. Spirit is just saying that your kindness is being abused. So, you know, we love people, and we care about people, and we want to try to help them as best we can. But I think you really need to be thinking about having some boundaries and some lines somehow with Cindy. Like, you know, yes, I'm going to give you $20, but this will be the last week I can do that. or yes, I'm gonna da-da-da, but that'll be, something about kind of boundaries and rules and lines. And I think that person knows your kindness, and I think that person is somehow generating that for their benefit. And so that makes them what? A little lazy. It just in their own brain, it gives them, well, I don't have to, or this will be all right, or they'll help me, and so they're not doing everything they could be doing to get their lives fixed, to be well, whatever. So boundaries and lines and rules or statements, kind of like with this Cindy person. And that doesn't mean to be mad at them, and it doesn't mean to dislike or anything. It just means there needs to be an adjustment in the relationship or the help or the helpful relationship that you're having with them. And they need to be doing more on their part, and you need to be doing less on your part. And somehow, I feel like she's stringing you along. Now, whether she's stringing you along with a story, or I'm going to get it next week, or it's going to come in a month, or I'm waiting on my friend to call me. That's what something is you have more of a time frame, and then she needs to get her time frame together. And then, so this other friend, Braden, Braden, I want you to do like this. I want you to say, my name is Braden, and my date of birth is January 1st, and I want you to do that 2 times.
My name is Braden O'Connor. My birthday is September 1st, 1994. My name is Braden O'Connor, and my birthday is September 1st, 1994.
Braden, first of all, I want to, the energy around you is very loving, especially for a male. I guess I would say kind of more connected. A lot of males aren't really just deeply connected to the earth or to plants or to animals or just the whole of your journey. And there's a lot of connection between you and this whole journey. And I want to, number 1, say I honor that in you, and then number 2, say do things that keep that alive for you. Because maybe that's weird or different, if I feel connected but none of my friends do, and so Spirit is saying find ways in your life to honor that part of you, to live that part of you, because you really came here to kind of be a humanitarian kind of person, and just kind of like love trees and life and animals and the whole thing, and healthy food and just all kinds of good stuff. And so be willing to be true to that. Even if other people, that's stupid, or blah, blah, how they are. The next thing Spirit is saying is that they're showing me a female on the earth plane.
Yeah, my mom, she's sick.
And they are showing sickness. They are showing unwell. We'll just say that, unwell. And Spirit is saying that Spirit is saying, first of all, they want you to remember that your job is to love her. You know what I mean? Good, bad, or indifferent. Just love her. And then the next thing is to honor what that person picks or doesn't pick for themselves.
Yeah.
And so, well, I might think that's a dumb idea, or I just don't know why you're acting like that, or, but that's okay, because that person has to pick and do and choose.
Yeah.
The next thing Spirit is talking to you about is, the colors that I see around her, I think that she's very sick.
Yeah.
And I think that she may not get better. And so that means if we're on the downswing, then let's just love every day.
Yeah.
Nothing is a big deal.
Yeah.
Nothing is a big deal. Nothing is earth change, it's just everything's okay.
Yeah.
And so you carry that energy that everything's okay and that you're okay. Carry that energy of, I'm okay, you're okay, we're both doing all right, it's all right. Spirit also said, in her unwellness, and maybe we're all like this too, you know that saying like, you're pissiest almost to the people that you love.
Yeah.
Or you're crabby, or, you know, like you'd never mouth off to your boss, but boy, you come home and blah, 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 and you know what I mean? And so Spirit is saying that there's a little bit of a personality change in her, and they want you to not take it personal, because it's not personal to you. It's something maybe in her biology, I mean, I don't know, but there's something happening, and it's almost like she can't control it. It's almost like it's not pointed to you. I don't want you to think, oh, there's something wrong with me, or she doesn't like me, or she's mad at me, or whatever all these thoughts are.
Yeah.
Just say, she's in one of those moods. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just a place. It's just a frequency. It's just a... And so breathe and be. And then remember, go out and get that good energy from outside. Or go and talk to the trees, or whatever. So that you can keep yourself in a good place. Because you being in a bad place doesn't help or heal her. You know what I mean? It doesn't bring anything good to that. So this is really a healing journey for both of you. And it's really you walking with her, allowing her, and being well. And it's really hard. It's
Thank you.
really hard.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
There's the Braden person, there's an old man in spirit that says hello to you, and he shows me Jerry Seinfeld. So
Yeah,
maybe he
his
looked
name's
like
Jerry.
that.
Yeah.
He's saying to tell you he's proud of you. He's proud of you. He says to tell you that he loves you.
Thank you.
The angels are coming in now, and and I'm not sure who they're talking to, but they're saying we want to remind everyone that spirits speak to us kind of like in subtle ways, and they're just trying to get our attention. And so, you know, in subtle ways, it's like there's always this little bird that comes up to the window and then sits right there every morning at 9 a.m. You know what I mean? Then that's spirit. Or maybe it's like numbers on a clock, and it's every time you look up, it's 222. You know, every time. Or maybe it's like ladybugs, and they're just, you know, you put them outside, and then it's back, and then you put it outside, and then it's back. So the angels are saying that this is the way they're connecting with you, and so it's to pay attention to the ladybugs, or the bird, or the numbers. You know, all these little things are, we're with you, and we're connected. You know, you're not alone. You're connected to this greater whole frequency that holds you in love. And they give you little bitty signs, silly things in the day, and it's usually repeating things, like a repeating number, a repeating bird, a repeating, you know, butterfly, or whatever it might be. And so to know when that, if it's day 3 and the butterfly is back, hey spirit, I know that's you. You know what I mean? Hey spirit. So to be more just aware, I guess, that your angels are talking to you, your people in spirit are talking to you. Growing, growing, growing. So job, money, material, growing, growing, growing. And then a B like boy. Anybody know that? Anybody here? Anybody in spirit with B?
My name's Brenda.
A Brenda. Spirit is saying that you've been putting, whether you knew it or not, that you've been laying a foundation and putting out energy that it's just getting, it's almost like a bowling ball, and it starts maybe rolling kind of slow, but then it picks up and it picks up and it picks up. And they're saying you've been doing that energetically in job, money, material. So, you know, I might start, I'm trying to get bigger, I'm trying to roll this thing, you know. And anyway, they're saying that this year there is a payoff. So whatever, if you've been working on it a year or 2 years or however long, that this, the work you've done, whatever the work is, the work you've done has been good and is right on track for this year to have, I think, the best year you've ever had. So growing, growing, moving forward, growing, growing, payoff. Like, where you go, man, this was worth it, you know. Wow, I see my last year or 4 years or whatever. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. The next thing the angels are saying that they're happy with what you're doing, whatever that is, like your job, money, material. They're saying that you're in a place where you're actually being positive and bringing positive to other people and other lives. And maybe that's just the way you greet them, or maybe you do hands-on healing, or, so somehow you're making a positive in other people's lives, and they're saying that they're proud of that. They're proud of you. They're proud of the work. They're proud of that. The next thing Spirit's talking to you about is they're wanting you to, okay, now that you've done the bowling ball and you kind of energy, work, and focus, they're saying this year allow yourself a little more balance in work versus play. So to give yourself some time off, or, sometimes we're like, hey, this is me. I book myself off a weekend and then I swear I'll work it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and do that, And so, like if you booked yourself off 2 days, keep yourself off. You know what I mean? If you booked yourself off 2 days, don't clean the house, do the lawn, give yourself a day off. And so Spirit is saying they would like a little more balance, because you've been working and you've been focusing and putting energy out. This year, allow yourself more balance, more rest, more enjoyment of just the moment, where I don't have to do, be, go, all the time, and I can just breathe and be. Breathe and be. The next thing that they're showing is, I don't know if you ever go to Vegas. You ever been to Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah. They're showing a trip to Vegas in it has an M, so I would say March or May. Maybe you got a birthday then or something, I don't know. But they're showing a springtime trip to Vegas. And so maybe you kind of put that on your calendar and you can do a little weekend or something like that. And they're saying this can be fun and be a good time in many different ways. So for body, mind, and spirit. You know what I mean? So it can be a blessing in many different ways. And I don't know if you have dogs and cats, but anyway, the angels are at dog and cat. Well, horses, everybody goes there actually. So if you had some kind of a pet and lost a pet, the angels are just standing there at the gate where the dogs and the cats and all the critters go. So they're making, to me, that's a message of, okay, I've got all the babies are here, something like that.
Thank you.
The one woman we were just talking to, the one about the trip, Vegas person.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever feel, Spirit comes to each of all of us differently, etc. There is a power animal with you, like a spirit animal, and I think it's kind of like a guide kind of animal, like a protection. And so anyway, there's a big lion with you. And so I don't know if you ever have thought that or felt that, but I think this is like your guide, kind of a spirit guide, that's just kind of, I go before you. It's kind of protection, it's kind of this, this very strong energy. And so if you haven't felt it, I would just say be open to that sometime, that you feel that. And I think this animal's been with you for life. I mean, I think it's one that's somehow connected to your soul, and just kind of a power animal for you. Brittany Spears. Brittany or Spears or B or S?
My name's Brittany.
I got a Brittany. Okay, there's somebody in spirit that also has a B, a female in spirit with a B. Do you got a
Briar.
B person?
Briar.
Do you know Lynn?
Yeah. What's your middle name?
And your name is
Brittany.
Brittany. Okay, this person in spirit, they're showing me some different things. So here's the different things. First of all, they're showing me like a young spirit, so someone that died young, 5 or 25, but I don't think they were 70, so someone that died young. And then they're saying that they had a hard time on the earth plane. and they kind of got their brain mixed up. That their brain kind of got off track, their thinking got off track, and they got in a negative place. And they're saying that they wish that that wouldn't happen now. I mean, they wish that they kind of would have made it through that, but somehow they didn't. And so they're saying like my brain got mixed up and I kind of got in a bad place and I gave up and I shouldn't have. You know, I can look back and realize that I shouldn't have. But I want you to know I'm like the butterfly. I've transformed. You know, and now my soul is well. And yes, I'm, you know, have some sadness and regret about kind of the way things were down there for me, but I'm well today. I want you to, I'm well today. And so learn from me and learn from my life to not give up and to make it through hard times. And that sometimes your brain makes things really huge and they're not at all. You know, so-and-so's talking about me and so-and-so said this, and screw that, you know, that doesn't even count, you know. And so sometimes in our brain it's just going and going and going. And I want you to know that that's not true, and I want you to be better than that, and I want you to move beyond. And then she's saying, I want to thank you for being my friend. And when I left, it kind of gave you this feeling of that you weren't, or that you weren't good enough, or that you weren't helpful in my life. And I'm sorry I left you with that feeling. I'm sorry I left you with that sadness or that thought process, because that's not true. That's not true. I just got in a bad place. That's the truth. My brain, my spirit, the way I was thinking was in a bad place. And it was nothing. There was nothing about you. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you that you did walk with me through some hard times, and you did comfort me, and you were supportive of me. So there was nothing else for you to do. Then she said, yes, I've got friends. Like on the earth plane, we have friends and family. And you know, yes, I've got friends and family here. Yes, I want you to know I'm not alone. I want you to know you don't have to worry about me, because I'm well. I'm like a butterfly. I'm transformed. And my soul is like more beautiful than ever. And then someone else is waving. So I've got this person with a bee, but then another person. Maybe that person's going to come to you like a butterfly too. That's interesting. So I want you to pay attention to that. Pay attention to spirit, her using the butterfly. And then there's another person that steps in, and they wave to you, and they say to tell you it's Uncle George or Uncle Greg. Somebody with a G.
Great.
And they're saying to, you know, they're just waving, tell you hello, tell you hello. Did the person that was trying to find us, did they ever find us?
No, they did not. They gave up and went home.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.